Good morning. Oh, let's see. What's the temp? Oh, we're up to 20. And I'm freezing on the screen. Okay, so um, good news today. Remy gets his staples out, and we might actually return to a normal ish existence. Okay, please keep Karen Stevens in your prayers today because she's having knee replacement. And Ricky Cross called and asked for prayers. Um, and I don't know what all's going on, but you know, it's something that needs to be handled by somebody besides me. So there you go. Anywho, um, it's going to get warmer just in time for me to leave. I wish I would have been in Texas. Well, maybe not this week. Anyway, it's Thursday, the 23rd. Job 13:9. Do you think you can fool God the way you fool others? Yeah, you see, that one it's like people don't believe me that is because they can't experience God with their five senses, somehow he doesn't count. And that they can do stuff, and as long as nobody actually sees them do it, they're fine. But this, you can't hide from God. Omnipresence is a reality. And if you've done something that you don't want splashed all, when we've all done something that we don't want plastered all over the front page of the Washington Post or the New York Times, um, probably shouldn't have been doing it because that's not half as embarrassing as knowing that God knew what was going on. Okay. So without beating a dead horse anymore, um, really think about your actions that you think you're getting away with. Luke 16:15. Jesus said to the Pharisees, "You are those who justify yourselves in the sight of others, but God knows your hearts." Um, People reveal more about themselves than they think they do. And if you're an observant little bugger, you can pick up on it. Okay. Um, I learned very early on to really study people. And so I'm not as surprised as your average person when things crop up that other people are like, well, I never what didn't I just can't see it. Well, take I can be fooled, all right, but that actions speak louder than words thing, or what you don't say matters as much as what you do say. So anyway, um, some people can get rave reviews and tons of likes and support, and they can be total jerks. God knows your hearts. You're not hiding. Let's pray. Holy One, you alone are pure of heart. I am grateful that you see into the motives of my heart and still love me. I am often motivated to seek justification by pleasing others. It's exhausting. Help me to straighten out my priorities and to live to please only you. Thank you for loving me and guiding me to walk in your ways. That may be for some of us the hardest thing to do. Um, to stop pleasing others. I try to remind myself of the story of the farmer and his son taking the donkey to market, and they ended up losing the donkey because they were trying to please everybody around them. For me, that's hard. It's hard not to be a people pleaser. I learned how to placate very early on. Okay. All right. Let's see what Mr. Tebow has to say. Be different. Noah was a righteous man, blameless in his generation. Noah walked with God. Genesis 6:9. The D in mindset stands for different. In Genesis 6, we get an inside look at the world after it had been cursed by God because of Adam and Eve's original sin. The author of Genesis tells us that as humanity populated the earth, human wickedness was widespread, and every thought in the human mind was evil all the time. However, there was one person who stood out among his peers. His name was Noah. He was different from the rest of the world. He found favor in the eyes of the Lord, and because of this, God showed mercy on humankind and saved Noah's family from a global flood. I think that too many times we want to live and act like everybody else. That's the opposite of a mission mindset. A mission mindset understands that to make a difference, you must be different. It doesn't care about being popular or liked. It sets aside what's normal and thinks of ways to stand out and stand up for God and people. Now, let me be clear. I'm not saying to be different for the sake of being different. I'm saying that when God calls you to do something that may be against the grain, be willing to do it. Just like Noah, when you're willing to be a little bit different for God's glory, watch how he can use you. What makes you, your company, or your habits different from others? Well, that has to be answered individually. I can't force that on anybody. But it's a good way to think. All right. Sometimes we shouldn't do the expected. We should do the unexpected, or maybe just go, no, I don't think so, not today, or oh yeah, I can try that. I learned from my aunt and my grandmother that saying no is very limiting. And hanging with the crowd makes you part of the herd. And unless you're on the edges of the herd, all you're looking at is a bunch of other backsides. So it's really to your benefit to walk away from the herd every once in a while. Okay, just saying. All right, folks, it's way early for me. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, so this is going to be a little bit. Yeah, I see you. Well, Peekaboo Street, the famous skier, she donated a wing to the hospital in her hometown, and they named it Peekaboo ICU. Let's pray. Jesus, I live this day for you. Please guide, protect, and help me to love others as you love me. Get it? Peekaboo ICU. See you.